gone to the grocery store before?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, and I want you to think in your mind about going to the grocery store and being in the produce aisle. Okay? So like the fruits and vegetables. And have you ever seen the cost of a fruit, like an apple? Raise your hand if you've seen the cost of an apple. Or the cost of bananas. Okay? Or oranges. Tell your partner how much this fruit was, how much that fruit was. How much it was. Tell your partner.
Like 29 cents. $1.29 a pound.
Quickly. Okay, I need all eggs up here in 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So raise your hand if you have seen how much some item of produce has ever costed. Okay. Mrs. Fox, not right now, Oswaldo. Mrs. Fox likes to make smoothies. Who likes smoothies? Okay. I'm going to tell you my secret ingredient for smoothies. Are you ready? Bananas. I like putting bananas in my smoothies. Oh, you're not talking out. Thank you. I like putting bananas in smoothies, and so I go and I get bananas quite often. And usually they cost about 52 cents a pound. Okay? So this is my shopping trip, and I went to the store just to go get bananas. And when I buy them, I buy a lot because I like smoothies. So I go and I pick up my bananas. I go to the checkout. They scan them and weigh them, and then they charge me. And they say, it's going to be $2.42, please. Why is it $2.42 for my bananas, but they were 52 cents a pound? Why? Tell your partner why. Okay, I need all eggs up here in 3, 2, and 1. Why? Why am I paying more than 52 cents for my bananas? Laura?
It's probably because it weighs more than just 1 pound.
Yeah, it weighs more than just 1 pound. So 52 cents per pound, that is the unit rate of the bananas. Okay? Everyone say bananas.
Bananas.
It's really fun to say. Okay. I'm sorry. This is mine. It was off of there. I'll get them. Okay. So we have to add a couple of things to our math journal because obviously Mrs. Fox makes a mistake. So we're going to write a couple things in here. Are you ready? First thing we're going to do is write the smaller number, and then we're going to circle smaller number, and then we're going to draw a line, write whole number, and then we're going to write the word usually. Okay? And then the next thing we're going to do is add an A and a B, and then we're going to write the word made. Because there are all kinds of typos in here. Sorry, guys. Okay. So we have a few things on our paper, and we're going to be talking about unit rates today. Okay? So when you are finding a unit rate, you are going to, step 1, write it as a fraction. And here is a hint, okay? The bigger number is on the top, and the smaller number, or your whole number, is on the bottom, or whole number, And it's usually that way. Not all the time, but usually, okay? But it is always, a good bet is always the smallest whole number, okay? Number 2, you're going to divide the numerator and the denominator by the denominator. And then step 3, you're going to compare the rates if necessary. And it won't be necessary for all of them, but for some of them. So in our math journals, we are going to write the letter A, and I need a big mouth. Who has a big mouth in here who's going to read us a story? Big mouth. Chase, go ahead. A.
Heather paid $9.60 for 16 ounces of star fruit.
Good.
What is the price for 1 ounce of star fruit?
Perfect. Okay. So Heather paid $9.60 for 16 ounces of star fruit. So I drew my fraction line, and I drew it nice and big. Okay. And you guys are welcome to work with me as I work. So I have two numbers here. I have $9.60 and 16 ounces. I am fully aware that $9.60 is smaller than 16 ounces. However, what is my whole number? $9.60 or 16? 16. So I'm going to put my whole number on the bottom. So I have 16. And I'm going to put $9.60. and 60 cents on the top. Okay? Yes. Yes. Okay. So I did step 1. I wrote it as a fraction. My bigger, I realize that $9.60 is not bigger, but it has more digits. Okay? So we want the more digits up there. And then 16 is my whole number, so we put it on the bottom. So I'm ready to move on to step 2. Step 2, divide the numerator and the denominator by the denominator. Everyone point to the denominator. Tell me, what's my denominator in here?
16.
16. So I'm going to divide both the top and the bottom by 16. Okay? So now I'm ready to do a little bit of math. Okay? We're going to start out really easy. 16 divided by 16 equals 1. And we're starting with ounces. So for today's assignment, it is so important that you guys put labels on them. That is part of your assignment. You are going to have your answer in fraction form with a label. So I'm just going to put 1 ounce. Okay? And then I'm left with $9.60 divided by 16. And do you know what? I actually don't know what $9.60 divided by 16 is off the top of my head. So I'm going to do some math on the side. And today, that is something that you guys are actually going to get to do, is do some math on the side. All right? Just a reminder, when I'm dividing with decimals, how do I take care of them again? I do what?
Bring the decimal straight up.
Bring it straight up. Okay? 16 can go into 9 how many times? 0. 16 can go into 96. Ooh, how many times? Think about it. Think about it. Show me on your fingers. How many times can 16 go into 96? How many, you guys? 6. It's 6 times. 6 times 16, let's do 6 times 6 is 36. And 6 times 1 is?
6.
Plus 3? 9. Good, so it came out perfectly. So 96 minus 96 is? 0. 6, I'm going to check it. Is 0 smaller than 16? Yes. Please look at this right here, because I don't want anyone to make this mistake. So I have students that are like, and I'm done right here. I don't have to worry about this 0. You do have to worry about this 0. And the reason why is because we're dealing with money, okay? And so I do want you to have that second 0. 16 going to 0 times, okay? So my answer is 0.0, not 0.0, $0.60. Okay? So basically what we learned, so Heather paid $9.60 for 16 ounces of star fruit. What is the price for 1 ounce of star fruit? What is the unit rate for star fruit, you guys?
0.
It's 60 cents per ounce. Per ounce. So we learned that it's 60 cents per ounce. You don't need to say 0.60. It's 60 cents per ounce. Hannah, if your math journal is matching mine right now. Hey, I need another loudmouth who's really good at being loud. Okay. Who's going to read B for me? Isaac.
Tilly made
Yep.
16 bracelets in 5 hours. David made 40 bracelets in 12 hours. Who makes bracelets at a faster unit rate?
Perfect. So we have a story about Tilly and David. So I'm going to put a T for Tilly and then a D for David. Okay? We're going to draw our nice long fraction line. And we're actually going to do this twice. Okay? So we learned that Tilly made 16 bracelets in 5 hours. The T represents Tilly, and we're only talking about Tilly. So I have 16 and 5. I need to decide where my 16 and 5 are going to go. I'm going to look at my hint. The bigger number will be on the top, smaller number on the bottom. So what number will go on my top, 16 or 5? What's my bigger number?
16.
16. Thank you. And my smaller number is? 5. Perfect. Okay, so I have 16 and 5. My bigger number is on the top. Does everyone see that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and then David, where I have a D, David makes 40 bracelets in 12 hours. Whisper to your partner where you're going to put the 40 and where you're going to put the 12. Okay, where am I going to put the 40, on the top or the bottom?
Top.
So now I did step 1. With my hint, I wrote both of these as a fraction. Now I'm ready to do step 2. Divide the numerator and the denominator by the denominator. Let's start with Tilly. What am I going to divide both 16 and 5 by? I'm going to divide them both by
5.
By 5. Perfect. So let's divide them both by 5. 5 divided by 5 is
1.
fabulous. You are welcome to work with me. Oh, divided by 5. I apologize. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 16 divided by 5. Well, I don't know what 16 divided by 5 is. So on the side, 16 divided by 5. I'm going to bring my decimal straight up. 5 can go into 1 how many times?
0.
5 can go into 16 how many times?
3.
3 times 5.
15.
Fabulous. 16 minus 15. 1. Is 1 smaller than 5?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm going to add, so I'm going to add a 0, bring it down. 5 can go into 10 how many times?
2.
Twice. 2 times 5 is? 10. Subtracted 0. So Tilly is 3.2 over, or that's not a 5. It's a 2. There we go. 3.2 over 1. Friends, Tilly can make 3.2 what in 1? 3.2 bunnies? 3.2. Good. Bracelets. Label it. And so Tilly can make 3.2 bracelets in what? In 1 bathtub?
Hour.
In 1 hour. So write it down. Okay? So now I'm going to go on to see what David's unit rate is. I'm going to divide both 12 and 40 by what number?
12.
12. Good, because the denominator. 12 divided by 12 is 1. 40 divided by 12, well, I don't know. So let's do some math. We have 40, we're going to divide it by 12. 12 can go into 4 how many times? 0. 12 can go into 40 how many times?
3.
3. 3 times 12
36.
is 36. 40 minus 36?
4.
4. Check it. Is it smaller? 4? Is it smaller than 12? Yes. So let's bring down a 0. 12 can go into 40 how many times? 3. 3 times 12 is? 36. 40 minus 36 is? 4. Check it. 4 smaller than 12. Bring down a 0. 40 again. Golly gee, I feel like I've seen this before. What do you think I should do?
Put a line over it.
Yeah, put a line over the 3. Okay, so my answer is going to be 3.3 repeating. What can David make 3.3 of?
Bracelet.
Bracelets, so label it. And David can make 3.3 bracelets in what? In 1 hour. So now I'm going to ask the question one more time. Tilly made 16 bracelets in 5 hours. David made 40 bracelets in 12 hours. Who makes bracelets at a faster unit rate? Who can make bracelets faster? Tilly or David?
David.
Oh, I heard both answers. Faster, friends. Who can make more bracelets in an hour? David or Tilly?
David.
David. See how we're making more bracelets in 1 hour? And even it's just by 0.1. So David makes bracelets faster. Okay? As soon as your math journal matches my math journal, put it in the corner of your desk and plug your whiteboards. Thank you.